punch, kick, punch. Man. You know, I've never really been good at fighting games on the consoles or the handheld devices. So why don't we just stick to the tabletop? Because that's what I know. Why don't we try this one? Pocket's Neon City Rumble, Clash of the Gems. So in Pocket Neon City Rumble Clash of the Gems, you will be fighting teams of fighters by using gems and superpowers that are on your cards, and by using these brawl cards to try to knock out your opponent's team before they knock out yours. So the game starts pretty simply by first, you're going to figure out who is the first player. The game actually suggests you play rock, paper, scissors. Once you've done that, you're going to go through the fighters, and I'm just showing you some of them here. But you can go through the fighters and pick the ones that you want to be on your team. So I'm just going to go ahead and just, randomly pick some right there. So we have Ash Blitzer, we have Simone Bellamundo, and Beatman. And then let's just say for my opponent here, they are going to use Smith & Wesson, Fifi Megazoid, and Judy Hayes. Once you have both picked your teams, then you're going to go into the gem bag here, and you're both going to pull out 12 gems. Whoever lost rock, paper, scissors gets to pick their gems first, but you pick them blindly. So let's just get those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 12. So once you have gems for each person, you're going to just note how many cards you'll be drawing each turn. And if you look at the bottom of the cards, they tell you how many cards you will be drawing each turn. So if you look here, Ash says 2 cards, Simone says 2 cards, and Beatman says 1 card. Whereas my opponent here, they have 0, 0, and 3. So I'll be drawing a lot more cards than my opponent, so hopefully my opponent can do some more damage with their superpowers instead. Once you have that done, you're going to go ahead and flip over your characters, and then you're going to go ahead and place your gems on your characters. Now you can only place up to 4 gems per character in the very beginning of the game. So you got to figure out where you want to put your stuff depending on where their actions and everything are. And the same thing, my opponent will do the same thing. They'll place all of their gems. So once you have all of the gems placed, if you have any extras, because this player has a red gem that they can't place from where they've already placed their stuff, because there's no place for a red gem here, and they really don't want to redistribute anything. They like how they have their stuff. This extra red gem will just go back into the bag. Then you're going to go ahead and deal out the cards based on what your character said. So you can use dice or whatever you want to keep track of that if you have a hard time remembering how many cards each of the players will receive. But I know my opponent gets 3 cards, and then I will get 7 cards because that was what was on the back of all of mine. Then whoever won the game of rock, paper, scissors gets to go first. So you have a couple of options on your turn. You can attack using one of your brawl cards. You can use a super move by spending the gem that is on the move that is on the card. Or you can decide and forfeit your turn and do absolutely nothing on that turn. Now there are a few reference cards in the game that explain what all of the little symbology is, but eventually you will learn what everything does in the game. So let's say that I decided that I wanted to use some of my cards here. So if you look on here, your cards just represent just the basic moves that you'll be able to do in the game. So we have punch cards, we have kick cards, we have headbutt cards. So you pick which of your fighters is going to go ahead and use the card that you're playing. And so I'm going to say, let's just say that Simone here is going to go ahead and use one of the cards here. So Simone here is going to go ahead and use one of my cards here. So first you're going to decide what you want to do. If you look at the bottom of the card here, it has an action that's going to tell you. So you'll be able to crush one gem from one of your opponents depending on what card you play. So if I go ahead and I use this punch card, it says I can crush one red gem. Also, if you look at the very bottom here, there is a punch symbol and it goes into another symbol. And what that is for comboing. So if I wanted to, I can go ahead and combo this. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this card here. And I can go ahead and combo that punch with a headbutt, which is green. And that headbutt says I can use another headbutt, but I don't have, oh, I do have another one. So I have another headbutt if I really wanted to be mean. And then I can use another punch card. So I will use another punch card. And you know what, why not? I'll go ahead and use a kick card. And then that one says I can use another punch, so a punch there. Then I have one card left, which is a kick, and I can't put that into the combo. Now you don't have to do this big of a combo if you don't want to, but I'm just showing you how much you can actually combo these characters. So it's like, who is he going to beat the crap out of now? So what I think Simone is going to do is Simone is going to go ahead and beat up Fifi Omegazoid over here. So the first card resolves, which is a crush. So, which is a red crush here. So you crush a red gem, so that gem is now gone. We have two headbutt, which gets rid of two green gems. And then we have this punch, which would get rid of another red gem, but we don't have any more red gems, a blue gem and a red gem. So if I was smart, I would have only played to this combo. But this just shows you how extensive and how devastating if you wanted to use a bunch of cards, and if you were able to combo them really well, how much damage you could possibly do to somebody. So now that I've used Simone, I'm going to go ahead and place a low battery token on them, which shows that I've already used that character and I cannot use that character again until the next round. So all the cards that I just used get discarded. I still have my one kick card that is inside my hand. Now my opponent gets to go and see what my opponent has. They have a kick that combos with a headbutt, a punch that combos with a kick, and a kick that combos with a punch. So, you know, they can't combo a whole lot. They really want to do that massive damage that Simone just did, but they can't quite do so much. So, they're going to go ahead and look at their characters here and see here. We have Smith & Wesson. They have, let me just scooch these off of here. They have this ability right here that had a gem on it, which is the red punch. So I'm going to go ahead and place my gems back on there exactly where I had them, I think. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to use this red punch ability. So use the red punch ability, you go ahead and you spend that gem and it goes back into the bag, and you go ahead and use that ability. So when you use the super move red punch, it removes all of the red gems from one of your opponent's fighters. So since they both only have one, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use it against Ash Blitzer. So I'm going to take that one gem off. If there had been more, more would be removed. And now that Smith & Wesson has been activated, we will put a cube on there saying that Smith & Wesson is no longer able to fight in this round. Once all the fighters have been able to take a turn and everybody is exhausted, that is the end of a round. And you go ahead and you draw cards back up to whatever your draw number is. If one of the people had lost all of their gems, at the end of the turn, they would be flipped back over and they are out of the brawl. And then you will lose whatever the draw is on the card. So Simone here had a draw 2, so I'd be drawing 2 less cards every turn. Once one team has been completely eliminated, the game is over and whoever has a fighter left is the winner. So that is just a quick overview of how to play Pocket Neon City Rumble Clash of the Gems. There are lots of different moves that are on a lot of the different characters, so these reference cards are really helpful to have, so that way you know exactly what's going on with all of the abilities. There are ways to get more gems, to draw more gems, to redistribute gems amongst your fighters. You're able to draw more cards. You're even able to counter move or stop an opponent from even acting. So this is a pretty fun little pocket game. So I do like the pocket nature of this game. I like the smallness of it. It's very easy to transport, very easy to take with you to functions. If you want to go to a coffee shop or to laundromat or whatever, this is a good game to throw into a bag or a purse or anything like that. Just to be able to have something to do while you're waiting for whatever, just relaxing at the coffee shop, because sometimes it's kind of fun to do that kind of stuff, but you can throw out this game and have a little bit of fun while you're conversing with your friends. So definitely check this out. This is on Kickstarter right now. Link is down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and help support Cloak and Meeple. Subscribe button's down there. Support link is right over there. No, it's over there. You're not going to get me this time, Stargate Sith. The support link is right over there, so please make sure that you help support Cloak and Meeple and make these videos even better.